Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Gebo the Shaman, and today we are talking about what happens when we have Jupiter placed in the 5th house in your birth chart. So before we begin, I'd just like to let you guys know that I have a bunch of things on sale right now. I have some massive bundle sales going on right now at gebotheshaman.com. You can check that out. And yeah, I have my Vedic Astrology certification course, my astrology readings, my birth time rectification, as well as a bunch of other things. So check that out at gebotheshaman.com. Alright, so what happens when we have Jupiter in the 5th house in your chart? So in order to understand what this position means, we need to understand what Jupiter means and what the 5th house means. Then we put them together and create our own analysis for it. So, what is Jupiter in the 5th house? So, first of all, what is Jupiter? Jupiter is the planet of expansion, of growth, of abundance, of really expanding the identity. It's the guru, the teacher. It is it's all about spirituality, religion, higher education, higher learning. It's about teaching. It's about spirituality, things like that. So that's pretty much what Jupiter is. And this is the most beneficent planet, most beneficial planet in the sky. And it's the karka of childbirth. It's the karka of children, meaning that it's the significator of children. So then we'll talk about what the 5th house means. So the 5th house is the house of children. Again, you can see the similarity, the karka of children, the house of children. 5th house is the house of creativity, creative expression, joy, sex, and creativity, creative expression. It's the house of your, it's like Leo, the 5th sign, the 5th sign is called Leo, and so the 5th house kind of goes along with some Leo energy. So when we it's Leo energy, it's creative, it's explosive, it's it wants to be seen, it's it's all those things. So the 5th house is very creative, very expressive, all that stuff. So what happens when we have Jupiter here in the 5th house? Well, so what happens is Jupiter is the karka, or significator, of children. And being in the 5th house is the house of your children. So, this has to do with procreation, with creating children. And this is like how you relate to your children. So you relate to your children in a very spiritual way. Like, It's basically you will be the teacher of your children. So you'll be like the guru of your children. And Jupiter 5th house, this means that you guys will have an interaction that's based around spirituality, around spiritual growth, and maybe have a spiritual philosophy or something like that. So that's a good thing. So let's see. So yeah, you'll like to, basically talk about philosophy and religion, spirituality, higher education with your children. This means that your children will most likely achieve a higher education. Means that your children will most likely go to college or something, get some kind of a higher education. It really depends on, you're going to have to look at what sign is here. So what sign is in your 5th house, and what planets are aspecting this. Are there any planets sitting with Jupiter, opposing Jupiter in the 10th house? Is there any planets, with any other aspects to Jupiter? So these are all things that we need to find out, and, they help us create a better analysis for this. So, let me see how I am on time. So yeah, that's pretty much it. You could make the assumption that someone with Jupiter in the 5th house is very flamboyant and boisterous and very large in their communication, like they're extra, and they're they really want to be the center of attention. That could be you. Yeah, so there's a lot of things like that. So Jupiter is the planet of expansion and growth, and 5th house is the 5th house is the house of creative expression, the ego, being the center of attention. So it makes sense. So yeah, I guess that's it for me for today. If you guys are interested in anything that I have to offer, any of my courses, services, hint, astrology stuff or qigong stuff is like really cheap. It's like half off one course, so, and you get like 2 for half the price of 1, so that's a good sale there. So of course we have the qigong courses. This qigong course in particular combines not only qigong but also kundalini yoga, meditation, and the qigong, the special Maoshan qigong that combines the the energy of the heart center with it. So it's very powerful. Alrighty guys, so then we have the astrology certification course. You can check that out, and when you become a certified Vedic astrologer, you'll get your own website and your own PayPal button, so you can start an e-commerce business with that. So basically, turn it into a side business, and you can go as far as you like with it, really. So then we have the Vedic astrology readings. So I do my standard reading as well as any a reading where I focus on your career and your relationships and things like that. And then we have the birth time rectification. So we have, that's great for, people who don't have their exact birth time down to the minute. So if there's any question, any kind of hesitation in you saying that you have an accurate birth time, then I would encourage you to get a birth time rectification from me. So, alright guys, and then we have the distance energy healing. So if you're struggling with your health, your wealth, your physical, mental, emotional health, then that's there for you. And then we have the career coaching and the life coaching. So if you're one of those people who's struggling in life, then you need to get a career coaching from me. So there's that. And then we have the Qigong courses, of course, and the ritual magic courses. All those fun things. So anyway, guys, check it out. It's all on sale right now. You can go to gebotheshaman.com and check that out. Alrighty. We will talk to you later. Peace.